The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Mock Draft Monday, baby. Todd McShay has a new mock that is out, and the New York Jets are making some huge moves in the first round. Plus, an exciting Jake Asman announcement at the start of the show. It's the Jake Asman Show. Boy Green joins me. Let's hit it and get it started.
I let the organization down, and I let the players down, and that burns me. It really does. This season's on me, and we're going to work our ass off to get this shit exactly where it needs to be.
A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. As always, we are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show is how you become a Patreon member. That's right. Get your name added to the countdown ticker. Join our private Discord. Discounts in the merch store year-round. Find out about exclusive events and much more. If you're a Patreon user, you already know what I'm about to announce. But tomorrow on Vice TV, tune in to the show Don't Call It a Comeback that will feature a full-on documentary of the 2000 Monday Night Miracle. That's right. Here's the trailer. I was featured in it, and take a look.
It's prime time, so that's when you want to play your best game.
Definitely a historic rivalry between the Jets and the Dolphins.
It's like, damn, dude, you know, what the hell's going on?
We were down 30-7. The fans left the stadium.
I think that's where you get to see what you're made of and what your team is made of.
Don't Call It a Comeback. New episode next Tuesday at 9 p.m. only on Vice TV.
That's tomorrow. Shout out to Vice. I did the interview with them for the documentary over the summer. Fireman Ed's featured in it. Curtis Martin is in it. It's going to be really cool. I'm excited to see what it actually looks like. I've only seen the trailer, and whatever I told them when we did the sit-down interview in a New York City studio back in July or August, whenever I did it. So check it out on Vice TV tomorrow night. Yours truly will be on the dock with a bunch of Jets and Fireman Ed talking about one of the great wins in the history of the Jet franchise, the Monday Night Miracle. With that, we say hello to our good friend, Boy Green, Paul Eston Jr., who's up early every day streaming his show. BG, appreciate you staying up a little later to come on mine. What's going on?
Yeah, I feel like a night owl. I got my walking around money. I could do some craziness over here on the Jake Asman Show late at night, but I don't know if I'm worthy. You're in documentaries now. You're at the Super Bowl. You're at the Senior Bowl. I don't know if I'm worthy, man, but yeah, welcome to the Jake Asman Show to myself, I guess. Wow.
You kind of sounded like Kuiper there, which is like a perfect jumping off point because we're going to talk about his old partner in crime on ESPN for many years and Todd McShay's mock. But, you know, you mentioned the Super Bowl. Why don't we start with this? What was your reaction watching Sam Darnold win a Super Bowl with the Seahawks last night?
Look at this, baby. Come on. We all were loving some of this action. Sam Darnold having a very prominent place here in the Boy Green, daily studios over here. Was awesome. Every piece of it. For him to get to beat the Patriots for the first time in his career, I wasn't aware of that till your buddy Rich Cimini shared that nugget out that he had been 0-4 historically against New England until he got this shot, this opportunity. And awesome to kick the Patriots' ass, for Sam Darnold to get the Super Bowl. I mean, it was magical. And I know a lot of people were sort of, giving crap to Darnold for his performance in the game. I don't know. I thought he was tough. I thought he had some tight window throws. I thought he did everything that he had to do to win the game. He took care of the football, which everyone has clowned him for since USC. Man, and look at the playoff run. He didn't have a single interception in the entire playoffs, man. Sam Darnold, build a statue for the guy. It's Sammy time, and it's his world. We're just living in it.
nice to see the Patriots just get destroyed as well. I mean, it's an awesome thing when that happens. There's nothing quite like it. It really is just gorgeous, beautiful, if you will.
Your tweet, even right in the middle of the game, I saw it when you have that feeling like, oh boy, right? Seahawks should be scoring touchdowns. The red zone defense give New England a lot of credit, and all of a sudden, you're like, damn, this is much closer of a game than it should be right now. Like, is it going to be? Oh, just kidding. It's Derake Maye, not Tom Brady over there. So yes, your tweet gave me a good old chortle there, Jake Asman. Yes.
Well, when New England scored their first touchdown, and I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go, because as well as Seattle was playing, it's not like the game was insurmountable, completely out of reach. But then you had to remind yourself, it's not Tom Brady on the other side. It's not. It's Drake May, who is not Tom Brady. No one's Tom Brady. So that did calm me down a little bit. And then sure enough, Seattle responded right away, and they are your Super Bowl champions. Now, I mentioned we're sponsored by FanDuel. BG, your reaction to the Jets having the lowest odds on the board, 32nd out of 32 teams, best odds of winning the Super Bowl next year, plus 25,000.
So it sounds like I have a chance to make a lot of money, Jake Asman. Woohoo! Let's go. You're saying there's a chance, huh? Yeah. And my kids are screaming from hearing some of those odds, for God's sakes, in the other room. Oh, crickets. Oh, that was
some crickets.
Oh, so sorry. I see. Tough. So you're not going to be placing a wager on this, Jake, is what you're saying?
I will not be. Now, I'll take the bet for you if you want to just pay me money.
Oh, cool. Hey, by the way, so you're a big Vegas guy. You got all the Vegas connections out there. Can you put that up one more time? So if you insert however much money, you make how much? So you can explain this all to me, Jake. So
if you bet $100, you win $25,000.
Okay, Jake, let's get some retirement money, huh? Go to Bermuda, get a Mai Tai, a little pina colada action, perhaps?
Man, I'm just saying. If you want to make the bet with me, I'll give you 30,000. I'll give you plus 30,000. Wow. You just send me $100 right now, and if the Jets win the Super Bowl a year from now, I owe you 30 grand.
Okay, wow. All right. Well, I mean, with everything you got going on, you got that money in the Asmaniacs account. So nice. Okay, we'll keep that.
I was just telling you off air. I had to spend $1,100 on internet at Radio Row. So I mean, I'll take all the money I can get, PG. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, how about this super chat? Speaking of money, Jets Forever. He is the #1 Chuck Wagon supporter. He just spent $100 to buy the Chuck Wagon. How many raffle tickets? 20 raffle tickets. This does not include a very generous Zelle payment I received earlier to also put towards the Chuck Wagon. So I believe, if my calculations are correct, that everyone who watches the show knows I'm horrific at math. Chuck Wagon already had 80 entries this week, and now we're adding another 20 entries. So, Mr. Chuck Wagon, you are well on your way to having a chance to win a weekly prize in the raffle, which this week features a Nick Mangold signed jersey, a Darrelle Revis signed helmet, and a jersey by each member of the New York Sack Exchange. Jets Forever, #2. You are a legend. This is for you.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed, too.
Just amazing. Best listeners, man. Jets Forever is desperate to try and get Chuck Wagon to win a raffle prize. FPP would like to send in this super chat and donate it to Indy Jets. And I want to shout out Indy Jets. He was talking to me off air before this show started that he is going through a tough time right now with his voice. So I want to, acknowledge the trials and tribulations that Indy's going through right now. It's why he hasn't called in much since November. But we're thinking about you, Indy Jets. Hope you're doing as well as you possibly could do. And we will make sure that FPP's generous super chat gets Indy Jets in the raffle for 2. All right, lot to talk about. We will get into the Todd McShay mock draft. But Paul, I want to start with this. As we sit here right now, Jets are at pick 2 and pick 16. Do you have any strong convictions in what you would like them to do, or do you kind of go into it wide open with all the different possibilities that are out there?
There is obviously a wide open amount of possibilities. That's because the Jets roster has so many holes that they could literally go in nearly any direction and potentially, fill a hole that makes sense. The Jets defense was terrible this past season. So if they just went aggressive defense, you could certainly make a strong case for it. Although Jake, if we're going to die no matter what, and like razor blades and lemon juice is going to happen, then maybe let's score a bunch of points and go down, swinging. Let's move around the board. Let's trade down. Let's trade up. Let's trade back from 2, up from 16. Some Jeremiah Love action, some Notre Dame Golden Domer, perhaps. Get some of that offensively speaking. Get a wide receiver, running back, perhaps for Garrett Wilson. What about some Cardell Tate action? Does that do it for you, Jake? Maybe Jordan Tyson, perhaps. Maybe that revs your engine. That could be another direction potentially that the New York Jets go at wide receiver. So, yeah, give me some weapons. Give me some toys for whoever the hell's playing quarterback for the Jets. Yeah.
Your Kuiper impression is strong, I will say.
Wow. Okay, great.
Very strong. Very, very strong. Well, anyway, let's get into McShay's mock. I think McShay is one of the best doing it in terms of the draft. I saw him and had a chance to catch up with him briefly at the Senior Bowl in Mobile 2 weeks ago. So he was down there doing his thing. Well, I'm going to hopefully have him on the show when we broadcast from the Combine in a few weeks.
Wow.
But let's get into the mock here from Todd McShay. I don't want to spoil any of the picks, so I'm making sure that when I show the screen share here, because I get McShay's newsletter sent to me, I don't reveal all the picks here. But first one is obvious. Fernando Mendoza is going to the Las Vegas Raiders with pick 1. Now, I don't think anyone's surprised.
Nick Faria. Whoa.
Other than Nick Faria.
Yeah,
he might be the only one that is surprised that the team that desperately tanked at the end of the year is, in fact, going to take a quarterback at 1, which means the Jets have their pick of the litter. Any non-Fernando Mendoza player in this draft is available, and the New York Jets are now officially on the clock. And with the second overall pick in the Todd McShay mock draft of champions, the New York Jets select Arvell Reese, the linebacker / edge rusher from the Ohio State. Let's zoom in here and read the description from Mr. McShay. Quote, the Jets have needs everywhere. QB is king among them, but that's not getting solved at pick number 2. Using this selection on the best available player is the only way to go, and Reese is that guy. He is just a one-year starter who burst onto the scene in 2025 after showing flashes of potential in a rotating role in 2024, but he's a uniquely talented 6'4", 245-pounder with elite speed, athleticism, and power for his size. Reese could be destined for an early NFL career arc similar to that of Micah Parsons in Dallas, playing in a hybrid off-ball linebacker / edge role as a rookie before transitioning to edge full-time. Let me just say this, if Arvell Reese is anywhere close to what Micah Parsons has been, that is a home run selection. Now, if the Jets did this, Boy Green, your reaction to Arvell Reese at 2 would be what?
Yippee-ki-yay, I just heard we got Micah Parsons, baby. That'd be sweet. And plus, with the Carl Dunbar hire, which, again, love that hire for the New York Jets, was with the Steelers for the last 8 years. There's been some whispers from former Jets defensive linemen that were under Carl Dunbar that suggest we may be going back to the 3-4 Rex Ryan days. And if that's true, people say Arvell Reese in the 3-4 with the Jets would be very nice, as whether that's that stand-up rusher or just playing straight-up linebacker, kick Jamie Sherwood away from the mic because he struggled in that specific role last season. Then all of a sudden now you're cooking there in the front 7. So to me, that would be tantalizing. The Jets have the number 1 overall pick of all the non-quarterbacks, unless they just go crazy and go quarterback, which doesn't seem likely at this point. So you get the number 1 overall pick. You can have anyone else. Arvell Reese, Micah Parsons, sign me the hell up, baby. We need defense.
Well, here's the thing with taking Reese. I like the pick. Yeah. They better have a real plan for what they want to do with him, though, because this can't be we think he's a linebacker and then, he's an edge here or there. Like, to me, he's an edge if you watch his pass rush ability. I think Buffalo Jet fans said this, and I agree. Add 10 to 15 pounds of muscle in the pre-draft process and say, hey, man, you're an edge. Go get after the quarterback. He's only 20, which means he might have the most upside of the other pass rushers we debate with Bailey and Bain. Mm-hmm. I like him a lot. I just worry about, the Jets' ability to coach him up. I do feel a lot better about this pick because I do agree Carl Dunbar is a good, proven D-line coach they brought in. So feel a lot better about that room with him being there. But the bottom line is, if you're taking Arvell Reese at 2 and he's going to need coaching to reach his potential, they better have a real plan in place for him.
100%. You don't want a jack of all trades, but master of none. Oh, wow. Look, I can do these 20 cool things really well. Well, that's cool. I need you to do one thing. Rush the passer. It's a premium in this league. We're taking a guy with the number 2 overall pick. That is a high asset to be able to use it on. So I agree. It's going to take a plan, which, a plan, yikes. The old Tommy Boy reference with the old Chris Farley and David Spade. When you have a plan and you got to think about it here, that could be a little nerve-wracking. But again, AG is going to be at the controls, calling the plays, it looks like, this year. And then to have a guy like Carl Dunbar, who, again, he used to play the position back in the 90s, has been coaching football for a very, very long time. Arvell Reese, obviously, would be in very good hands, which would make you feel better. But, of course, you absolutely need a plan for a player like this.
Hit the like button, comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Boy Green hanging out with us here. Black Gypsy says, LOL, imagine this is how this guy talks in real life, high and low in simple conversation. I can tell you, I have met Boy Green in person, and this is how he talks in real life. He is a real life cartoon character. He reminds me of my conversations with Adam Shine or Christopher Mad Dog Russo. They are exactly the same on the air as they are off the air. It's not an act.
Great company, baby. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
All right. More from this mock here. The Jets obviously are up at pick 16. So we will continue to go through what McShay has on the board for the Jets available. Pick 3, the first tackle is selected. Francis Maligoa to the Cardinals. Pick 4, Bailey goes to the Titans in the mock. Pick 5, the Giants going with Caleb Downs. This is a popular receiver spot. But Downs from the Ohio State's the pick. Pick 6, another tackle, Spencer Fano from Utah goes to Cleveland. Pick 7, here's where Ruben Bain ultimately goes to the Commies. Pick 8, running back selection. Jeremiah Love is the selection here. A lot of people think he could go number 9 to the Chiefs. Instead, he's off the board. Number 9 is Carnell Tate, the receiver from the Ohio State. 10, Mansour Delane from LSU, first corner off the board. Second corner off the board, Kermod McCoy to the Dolphins at 11. Pick 12, Akeem Mesidor, Urban Bain's teammate at Miami, to the Cowboys. 13, this is important, Jet fans. Ty Simpson, quarterback from Alabama, to the Rams, and the pick they own from the Atlanta Falcons. So essentially, this is the Rams putting Simpson in a spot where he sits for at least a year, if not 2, behind Matthew Stafford, who already announced coming off the MVP that he just won, that he's going to play for another year. So Simpson, important to note, not there when the Jets pick at 16. Pick 14, Vega Lone from Penn State. Pick 15, one pick in front of the Jets, linebacker Sonny Styles from the Ohio State. So the New York Jets are on the clock now, Boy Green. Do you have a preference with what they would do, knowing Simpson's gone, Sonny Styles is gone, but you could pick anyone that is still available in this mock pick 16? The Jets are on the clock. What would you do?
I do, Jake. You probably know this very well, living your life, that when life gives you lemons, you select Makai Lemon, baby. Get me a pack. Can't drop it, so they don't want it.
Makai Lemon is on the board, and that's who the Jets are taking in the mock draft. McShay writing, quote, quarterback will be next draft's priority. This year is about building up the rest of the roster with difference makers. Lemon is the best sub 6'2" receiver in the draft. He might be the best receiver regardless of size. Everything he does is full speed, and he's the cleanest ball plucker in the class. And his toughness, competitiveness, and yards after catch ability would be perfect alongside Garrett Wilson. The more I watch Lemon, the more I like him. I would love the idea of putting him in the slot with Garrett Wilson and friend of the show, A.D. Mitchell, on the outside. I think that would be a really strong wide receiver room, regardless who the quarterback is. And ultimately, if you're taking the big swing at QB in the 2027 draft, you're set up nicely for that guy to have real weapons in place.
Yeah, I know some people would prefer Boston. He's the bigger guy. And the Connor Rogers mock draft earlier this week, he sort of dove into that possibility of getting some, sort of putting a basketball lineup together there at wide receiver. But I just want the best receivers. I don't care. Tall, short, skinny, fat. I don't care. Just give me the guys that can create plays, get the ball in their hands. And that seems like Makai Lemon. That obviously fits a bill there with G-Dub. And let's just load up on weapons, man. So I didn't even know know that was Todd McShay. I'm learning Todd McShay's mock as you're doing it live here. So great. Great minds think alike. A little lemonade. I like it.
I think if the Jets came away with Reese and Lemon, most fans would be very pleased with the use of resources there. Now, I would love for them to potentially get Sonny Styles if Lemon wasn't there, because I think he's such a good player. And Sonny Styles, I was talking with Gary Vee about this because Vayner Sports represents him. Sonny Styles might be a top 10 pick by the time we get to April.
Yeah, it feels that way. On my mock draft this morning, I do an earlier, if it's not early enough, I do 7:30 every day. But on Mondays for the next couple of months, I'm doing my show at 7 a.m. Eastern time because my draft guest does other work with an NFL team, so he can't come on at the same time. So I go early at 7 o'clock, and he had Sonny Styles as the number 2 overall pick to the Jets and said it's sort of that fantasy football conversation. If you're in your draft and you're picking 6 and you love this guy, but he normally goes 10, 11, 12, what do you do? Do you not take him because you're there at 6, but you know by the time you swing back around in the draft, he's not going to be there? Well, then you have no choice. It's about getting your guy. So you just take your guy at 6 and say, you know what, if I catch a little heat for it, so be it. That's my player. So in the same sense of Sonny Styles, he ain't going to be there at 16. So if you're at 2, of course, in a preferred path, you trade back a little and get Sonny Styles. But in our mock draft that we did this morning, there's no trades allowed. So he just said, F it. I'm going Sonny Styles number 2 overall. And by all accounts, he thinks, Drew Beatty told me, he thinks Sonny Styles is arguably the best player in this class. So if you could get that at 2, woo-wee, sign me up.
I don't think you could take a linebacker at 2.
I understand. Yeah. What about Jeremiah Love? Okay, we're talking about positional value. What about some Jeremiah Love?
No, you want to take a running back 2nd overall?
Do you love Love? Come on, man. Jeremiah Love's a freak.
At number 2, though? Come on. Did you learn anything from the Giants?
Saquon Barkley. Yeah, look at him. He won a Super Bowl and had this great RB season. Well, I guess that's true. That's
and they didn't even pay him because of positional value. He went to a team that was ready-made. The Jets are not ready-made.
Okay, let's trade. Let's move around a little.
You would take a running back at 2?
That wouldn't be my first choice, but I love Love.
I mean, he's an awesome player, but I'm sure you liked what's his name from the Raiders a year ago too, Genty.
Oh, Ashton Genty. Ooh, I was intrigued. Sure, yeah, that would have been fun. I mean, you were talking with Rich Samani. I just tweeted it before the show started. I took a lot of notes from your interview with Rich, and then I spoke with Rich a few days before that. So there's some topics I didn't get to Rich that you got to Rich on Sunday during your last New York Game Day show.
When you say you take notes, you actually have like a physical notepad and you're taking notes?
I do. It says it right here. Rich Samani on the Jake Asman show, Breece Hall tag right there in red ink. So yes, did have a notebook. Do have.
I have a notepad as well. These are my notes.
Right. Oh wow, what's going on there?
New York Game Day, Super Bowl Sunday.
Wow,
our get schedule.
Chris Russo, Rich Samani, Jordan Renan. Wow, look at that list. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Booger McFarland. Nice. I saw that at the Super Bowl. There you go. Nice flexing of guests there, Jake. Very nice.
I'm a big notes guy, Paul.
Oh, okay. Well, we're both notes guys. Okay, nice. Yeah.
Big Country checks in. Super chat in the raffle for 2. Let's go, Big Country. My 2 favorite Jet guys to listen to. Glad we all got to see. I believe he means to say, glad we all got to see the Pats get whooped last night. I haven't seen them choke that bad since Aaron Hernandez. 27 is our year. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. I don't know if they choked. I just think Seattle was way better, and Seattle was better coached, better prepared. They're the better team. Like the Pats defense showed up for a while, but their offense had no answers. And Will Campbell and his tiny arms, they didn't have a chance in trying to slow down the Seattle rush.
I guess the choke would not just be inside the game, like they had some big lead and choked it away. It's that, everyone criticized the schedule they played, the cupcake schedule. And a lot of Patriots people talked crap like, we'll show you in the Super Bowl, and then choking it from that perspective, having a 17-3 season and not being able to do anything with it. I guess that's it. But yeah, choke probably wouldn't be the word I would use, but I thoroughly enjoyed watching the Patriots absolutely get all the way. It's dangerous, right? You get 2 teams to the Super Bowl. It's any given Sunday, anything can happen. So it's risky. You don't want the Patriots to win the Super Bowl, but I've got to enjoy my life seeing the Patriots get to the Super Bowl a bunch of times and lose. Eagles, Giants a couple of times. Now the Seahawks, phenomenal. So watching them lose the Super Bowl and come away with a big fat 0. Oh, that's great.
Did you enjoy a little Bad Bunny at halftime?
Sure. My Puerto Rican brother from another mother. How the hell could
Bad freaking Bunny? What is that?
I saw that video clip when you tweeted that out right when we were getting around halftime. So, yes, my Puerto Rican brother from another mother. Yep.
Mr. Bunny, or as Chris Russo referred to him as Bugs Bunny today on the radio.
That's good. Okay. There you go.
Like, he's got to be just doing this on purpose at this point. There's just no way a man could mispronounce someone's name that poorly.
Yeah. That seems like a bit, but I don't want to challenge, but people think I'm doing a bit all the time. So I did, hey, different strokes, different folks, I guess.
No, you are a real and authentic Boy Green. You truly are.
Appreciate
just like Chris Russo earlier today on radio.
You did not belong in the game. And that game was, again, unless you bet all sorts of props, read Chris Russo. I don't know how you stuck with it. And I am not talking about Bugs Bunny at the half either, as I can care less, whatever his name is. You did not.
Bugs Bunny at the half.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
The best. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. I'm going to throw the call-in link. For those of you who missed the first two picks, you tuned in late. The New York Jets took Arvell Reese in the mock for McShay at pick 2 and wide receiver Mekhi Lemon at pick 16. I don't think Lemon makes it to 16 if the draft is actually being held in late April and we get to that point. I just don't think he's there. So I think the Jets might have to move up if they want him. I could be wrong. Maybe they get lucky. You never know. JSN dropped to 16. Maybe the Jets could right their wrong and take a receiver at 16 this go around. But who knows?
Two things here. So are you proposing that we move the draft up? Are you sending that into the National Football League so we can have the draft sooner so we can make Mekhi Lemon to the Jets more possible?
If we do it right now, maybe. But I don't think we're going to be I just think he's going to test off the wall and teams will fall in love with his competitiveness.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Jeremiah in his mock explained it before that, like, wide receiver slip. Justin Jefferson obviously is a prime example of a super talented receiver that slipped. Now, there's always varying circumstances for any receiver slipping in the draft, but it can happen. It can happen. Hey, we've had all kinds of things in the draft where really talented players fall in the draft. That's why I love pick 33. I don't know if this is a 2-round mock draft for old Todd McShay, but that 33 pick, you could trade it. You could get a first-round player that just falls in your hands. That's one of my favorite assets that the Jets have this offseason.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Boy Green is with us here. We're talking all things Jets. Reminder that, of course, we want you to enter the Asmaniac Raffle. This week, we have a signed Sack Exchange jersey, a signed Darrelle Revis helmet, and a Nick Mangold autographed jersey by the late, great, legendary Jet. And we didn't do a giveaway on the first show today, so let's do one right now. End of the show, a jersey is up for grabs. You pick the Jet legend you want, and then Namath, Klecko, Martin, Corbett, Revis, Nick Mangold, or Keyshawn Johnson. So gift a membership to enter. If you've already sent in a super chat, you are in the Asmaniac Raffle. Make sure you send one that's $10 or higher to qualify, or be the first on the show to gift the membership, and we will put you in. We'll get to your calls coming up. Some other Jet topics I want to get your thoughts on. The Jets have a OC in place, Frank Reich. They have a passing game coordinator in place in Seth Ryan. Your thoughts on those moves, BG, as Aaron Glenn is putting together his offensive staff?
Well, first off on Frank Reich, I've explained it in a few places this way. I think he raises the floor of the Jets offense. I think that's what he does. Now, ceiling, we could get into a debate whether or not the Tanner Engstrand of the world would have had this ceiling, this potential, this possibility, perhaps. But Frank, I think, just brings a professional in the room. There's an adult in the room. He's not learning the job. He knows exactly how to be an offensive coordinator. He's been an offensive coordinator before. He's been a quarterback in the league for a long time before he even got into coaching. So I just like that we have an adult in the room. I believe he's going to bring competency to this Jets offense. And quite frankly, after all the years of terrible offenses that we've seen, I think that's refreshing. And when you have this 64-year-old offensive coordinator, I think that allows you to take risks. And Seth Ryan is a risk. Now, it's a cool nostalgic story. I love it. 3 generations of Ryan. You reshared the clip from ESPN with Connie Carberg. And, it was just goo goo gaga. I mean, it was awesome to hear Rex, as a proud papa being on the set was awesome. But Seth obviously is making a seismic jump from assistant tight ends coach to passing game coordinator. But from everything we're hearing on the positive, Ben Johnson gave him a raving review. ESPN's Rich Cimini, in his story, he talked about how he's a little bit of the brainchild Seth Ryan is on some of the Ben Johnson crazy plays we all love. So to have that kind of bright mind under Frank Reich, and Frank Reich's favorite play call in the league is Ben Johnson, I mean, there's a lot of connective tissue here, which makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, I really love the Frank Reich hire, to be honest. And, out of all the offensive coordinator choices we talked about, I think, quite frankly, is one of the better ones we could have had.
There's some other news that we must address as well. It broke earlier today. The return of Adam freaking Gase. He's back. Ian Rappaport tweeted, after a 5-year hiatus, Adam Gase returns to coaching in the NFL, joining the Chargers as an assistant focusing on the passing game. The former Jets and Dolphins coach rose in the ranks as a record-setting offensive mind. Now back to his roots in LA. Couple things here.
Yes.
One, LOL. Two, when I read someone in the year 2026 refer to Adam Gase as a record-setting offensive mind, I just think of the fact that he would get Peyton Manning his coffee in Denver. But I digress. Okay. Now, here's where I got to call out Rap Sheet, who I got into a shouting match with in Mobile about Aaron Glenn. Good banter, but again, I had to call out Rap Sheet for some of this nonsense, and this is what I'm talking about. Adam Gase has worked with QBs such as Peyton Manning, Jay Cutler, and Sam Darnold, setting records with Manning as OC. Now set to work with Justin Herbert with the Chargers. The idea that anyone could actually tweet this and have no shame whatsoever is stunning. This tweet should say, Adam Gase has worked with QBs such as Peyton Manning, Jay Cutler, and destroyed Sam Darnold. Adam Gase does not get to claim Sam Darnold because he won the Super Bowl last night. Sam Darnold was the ultimate comeback story because he worked with this dope. Oh my God. Have some shame, Ian, please. He worked with Sam Darnold. You don't get to use Sam Darnold like he's a household name. And I took him to task on Twitter over this. What are you doing, man? Destroyed Sam Darnold. Destroyed Sam Darnold. That's what happened. We lived it. We lived through 2-14. Give me a break.
So, Jake, bring me inside. This is my first time hearing it. So you and Rappaport got into it at the Senior Bowl? Give it to me.
Yeah. I mean, it was all in good fun. We were at the same bar, and I was talking to him about Gase and, some of the, stuff with the Jets. Will Pa and Dylan Terraman were right there. They could vouch for it. And he was like trying to defend Glenn, being like, well, they play hard for him. And I just laughed. And I'm like, no, they didn't. I just went on a whole, rant about all the issues I have. And then I was like, week 8, when you're tweeting, the Jets have fired Aaron Glenn and promoted, Frank Reich to interim coach. Remember this conversation in Mobile. And you laughed.
What did he say? Oh, you laughed, you said?
Yeah. And then I saw him again at the Super Bowl. Rappaport will be on with us at the Combine in 2 weeks. We already
cool. You had him on, last year, right? So that's awesome.
So we'll have a formal interview set. I'm not just, hey, you're walking by. You got to come on,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Which is good. Again, the Adam Gase thing is nuts. He obviously has not been in the league since he was fired after the 2-14 year with the Jets, where we were tanking for Trevor. Then we ended up with Zach Wilson, and we all know, and which obviously affected the Sam Darnold thing. And oh my God, it was all kinds of the entire world, how everything and all that changed. But the fact that Adam Gase is back, the tweeting of old Rappaport there. And who did I hear this from? Oh, Connor Hughes. Did you get a chance to, you probably didn't because you're so busy for the Super Bowl. I assume you didn't see Jets' final drive today?
I have not seen it, no.
Okay, so here's the nugget, right? So Connor Hughes and Gase apparently are close. And Connor was on the phone with Gase earlier today. And he was just talking about he's ready to go. He was spending all this time with family over the last couple of years, and that Gase is going to the Chargers under whatever role it is, and that there's a real chance that Mike McDaniel is one and done with the Chargers and goes somewhere else, and that Gase has the direct path to be the offensive coordinator for Justin Herbert. Obviously not this season, but it would be the season after. And I was just like, what in the world? So apparently the Adam Gase story has many more chapters left in it. Connor Hughes was talking about his conversation with him today on Jets Final Drive, and oh my goodness, wow.
And Jet fans are clueless. I mean, they're dopes. They don't know anything. This is a really good hire. Gase is a great coach. Okay, Adam Gase is Kyle Shanahan before Kyle Shanahan. Gase is a great coach.
Well, what's sad is, to this point, Gase is a better coach than Aaron Glenn. I mean, Adam Gase won 7 games his first year, and Sam Darnold had mono and missed 3 of them.
Yeah. That's true. And I don't know if you saw this from Colin, but he recorded the end of the Super Bowl. I ran into this on Instagram, and he was crying because he was right about Sam Darnold. Like, he ended up being right, is what he was like, tearing up. He says, I have to go do the podcast now. It was just all emotional. I'm just like, I don't know. At some of these takes. And I love Colin, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do you love Colin?
I mean, I used to listen to him here locally, so he was part of our syndicate before, as I was moving all kinds of radio stations around here. So I guess there's maybe love is too strong. There's a respect, for someone who's done it as long as he has. So that was our radio station, or our affiliate of choice, excuse me, from whatever that was, 12 to 3, during my formative high school years here in New York, before I got into radio myself. So respect. Let me do a quick depth chart change on word choice. Yeah, respect.
Okay, I see what you did there. Hit the like button, comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Reminder, if you ever miss any of the show, we podcast all 4 hours. Typically, you get across both shows every day on Spotify or Apple. So the podcast provider of your choice, you can listen in to anything you might have missed from the YouTube show. That's right. Both shows every day available on either Apple or Spotify. Let's get to some calls now, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, there's a man on the line with a bad back.
Yeah, it is.
Beast? Beast. Stop making your name so long, by the way. No one can see a damn thing. Beast. Is he there? Beast.
I thought I saw his head. Nope, not his head. That might be some other solar system. A stuffed animal, maybe.
Where are you, Beast?
Oh, that's cool. He's got the Jake Asman show gear back there. That's very nice.
Yeah, we sent him that.
Oh, very nice.
I got this email today from Beast. Get me a new back. My back is driving me nuts. As if I could just purchase him a new back.
Oh, is that not in the budget, Jake Asman?
That is not in the budget.
Understood.
All right, Beast. Well, we don't have you, but we do have this man instead.
What's up, fellas?
Hello, Neil.
I'm like the Seattle defense. You killed my thunder. I was going to do the Adam Gase is a great coach. He's a great coach. Jeff Van's stupid. I was going to do that, and you showed the damn thing right when I was going to open with that line. That was the best.
Come on, Jake.
Jake, God damn it. You with your little things, you got those fingers working. You got a million of those little things in the background. I don't know how you pull them up. Anyhow. Okay. Anyhow. I was listening to a lot of your shows on Super Bowl week. I think you did a fantastic job with the interviews. I'm sorry to hear about Indy Jet with his voice. I hope that gets a little bit better. I can't believe I feel really bad about the big toe there.
Bobby.
Bobby, yeah, he's taking that really well. I got to tell you.
I don't think he realizes the magnitude of what he's about.
He must be on a lot of morphine or something because that's a bad man. Listen, your big toe is important. If you're going to
Bobby Midnight announced that his big toe will be amputated today.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Really? That's bad.
Wow. That's not good. I hear they say all kinds of things about your balance and all kinds of things are regarded to that old big toe. I don't know, man.
Anyhow, I have no comments about the draft. As you guys know, I am a draft illiterate, although I did spend a little time watching college, and I get a lot of comments from my friend Peter Castro, and I love when he talks about college players because if you think he can't pronounce pro names when he goes to college, it's hysterical, Jake. You got to hear him say the names of these guys. It's hysterical. But anyhow, let me ask you guys something. We have Bailey Zappi in our we claim Bailey Zappi, right?
Yes, we do have him.
Tommy DeVito is on the Patriots. Is he under contract?
Let me check for this upcoming season. Let me check.
Yeah, let me tell you something. How about this for a room? Jameis Winston, Jacoby Brissett, Tommy DeVito, and a rookie.
You're not going to be able to get both Brissett and Winston. Both are under contract, so you're not going to trade for two of those guys.
All right, I could live without Winston, because
Tommy's a restricted free agent, so it looks like they'll be able to get him back for dirt cheap if they want him.
That means they have the first choice on him?
Basically, yeah, right. They'll be able to tender him.
Oh, shit. All right, well, that's probably why they gave up Zappy, right? They probably
I would assume so,
that DeVito is better than Zappy.
But Zappy hasn't been there in a couple of years, right? With New England?
Yeah.
I
mean, look, Brissett, I'm warming up to the Brissett idea a lot now. I was a Kyler Murray, and I started that whole ball rolling down that little tiny pebble, turned into a gigantic snowball when I first started talking about Kyler Murray and got a lot of laughs about it. Now I'm starting another little snowball with Jacoby Brissett.
Why would the Cardinals trade Brissett? Everyone keeps mentioning Brissett, but they're going to get rid of Murray. And who's their quarterback if they move on from Brissett as well?
Well, ESPN says, or Fowler, let me not just say generically ESPN, Jeremy Fowler says the Cardinals are going to be in on Malik Willis, and that basically they don't like any of the quarterbacks. They'd blow it up, trade Kyler, trade Jacoby to start from scratch, apparently.
Willis actually makes sense for them because think about it. Mike LaFleur is the head coach now. His brother Matt got the most out of Malik Willis, so it's the same offense. So I actually could see that making some sense.
I mean, look, Jake, at the end of the day, he had a great season, but he lost so many games that you really can't excite your fan base by bringing him back, can you?
Are you talking about the Jets?
Trying something else.
The Jets or the Cardinals?
The Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, look, they got a new coach.
I think they'll give up on him.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll give up on him though. I mean, they might, but what if they can't get Willis? What if Malik Willis goes to the Dolphins?
What if we did like a pick swap, 2 for 3? We'll take the 3 pick. We'll give the Cardinals our 2 pick, and give us Brissett for 1 spot on the draft board if they like somebody at number 2 in particular, something like that.
So pick 44 and a third, and they give us
no, a third for a second. They have the third pick.
Right.
So we'll swap picks with them. Pick swap second for third, and then just take Jacoby Brissett. That's not a big jump.
Well, it depends on which second round pick. Pick 33, no way.
No,
I think he's talking about the second overall pick for the third overall pick.
Yeah,
he's talking about a first round swap.
Third overall pick. We have
no way. No way.
To move up 1 spot, is that a big deal?
Yeah, that's incredibly valuable. I wouldn't do that.
You give up the chance to pick anyone that's not Fernando Mendoza, and you give that to the Cardinals for Jacoby Brissett, some, with all due respect, random veteran. I don't know, man.
I thought you were talking about because the Jets don't have a third rounder. You get Arizona's third rounder in exchange for like the Jets' 44th overall pick of round 2, something like that.
Look, Jacoby Brissett had 23 touchdowns, 8 interceptions in like less than 15 games.
He's a high-end backup, low-level starter. He's
right,
he's
and he had his best year with Reich, right, when he was with the Colts.
Yeah, right, 2019 or whatever that was.
I mean, he could be a serviceable quarterback and he just needs a team to perform on because arguably he's had the shittiest teams he's played for in the last 5 years of any of the bridge quarterbacks, the worst weapons, bad offensive lines, and he survives. He doesn't get hurt. He's only 32. He might have a reclamation. He might turn into a Geno Smith for us towards the back end of his career. I could see that happening, especially with Wright controlling him. I like that idea a lot. I'm onto that a little bit.
If they could get Brissett, he logically makes sense. I would want to add another veteran with him, maybe someone younger with some upside that could potentially be in the room, and then you go into the draft at least with 2 guys before you then add to it.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't think Winston's going to be? Aren't the Giants top heavy? Are they going to keep Winston?
But yeah, they're going to keep him. Why would they get rid of him? He's a great backup.
There's several guys that are there that we could scoop up aside from Brissett. But Brissett,
I'd sign Trubisky. I'd sign someone like that.
Yeah,
I'd sign Trubisky and trade for Brissett and put together a room with like a steady guy, maybe a guy with upside, let him compete. Trubisky's former number 2 pick. Just watch Sam Darnold win a Super Bowl. Let's have a competition, and then we have a rookie behind them that's eventually going to play when the season goes up into tubes.
And as far as the quarterback goes in the draft, I don't really think, and we don't really know who the great quarterback is going to be, right? So you have Nussmeier, you have Simpson, you have this guy. There's 4 or 5
Trinidad
quarterback.
Chambliss, Mendoza, obviously. Yep.
I mean, I would say the first 3 picks, we fill the holes we need with the best player available. We get to that 44 number. That's where we pick a quarterback, one of these guys. Wouldn't you say that's a good idea, guys? In other words, wait till the second round pick and pluck one of the quarterbacks that are remaining, rather than just saying, "Oh, I like this guy," or "I'm in love with that guy." Unless one of them in the draft. Look, we still haven't seen the combine. Aren't these guys all going to throw and stuff?
I hope so.
Right, Jake? They all have things where they put on competitions and they throw for the scouts, right?
Yeah, some of them throw, and then some of them throw at their pro days again.
Right.
Some of them don't do anything.
That's how we fell in love with Zach when he threw on the run.
People love to say that. The bottom line is they already had their minds made up. They were taking him, and then that day solidified it. But people act like, oh, he made one throw at a pro day, and that's why they took him. It's such a lazy comment people make. Zach Wilson sucked, but it wasn't. He sucked on his own, and the Jets got the pick wrong, but they didn't get it wrong because they saw him make a throw at a pro day, and they took him second overall. That's not what happened.
Right, because the other teams all wanted him. The Eagles wanted him. The 49ers wanted him at 2. So, like, everyone says, the Jets at 2. Who else would have? All of those other teams, if they flipped place with the Jets, they would have taken Zach Wilson.
Now, I got a request for the 69 team. The request is this. We have a new job, okay? Peter and I have to go to Seattle, and we have to steal McDonald's defensive playbook. Because since Aaron Glenn's going to be calling the defense, I would like to get his playbook and plop it down in front of that incompetent moron and say, these are the defenses I want you to play with in 2026. And you call the exact same plays that McDonald did this year because his defense was amazing. And let's plug in some players. I mean, you got to realize one thing I have to say about Seattle. Not only was their defense amazing, but they really, I mean, did they have a lot of Pro Bowlers on that defense for this year? They had a lot of no-namers there. I mean, Woolen was really good as a corner.
Yeah, Ernest Jones was good at linebacker. Leonard Williams was really good.
Leonard Williams, guys, Leonard Williams didn't do shit yesterday, okay? I think he had Leonard Williams. Come on. He had his best year with the Giants. That was it. He had that 1 year where he got 11 sacks and got a bag of money.
I mean, he's in year 11 at this point, but like he's been a very good player.
Right. I mean, but Jake, he's not a superstar. He's not a superstar now.
I mean, look, their D-line has him with Lawrence and Murphy on it, who was a menace last night.
Yeah, Derek Hall was awesome too. Yeah.
I got to tell you, that guy number 90, holy shit. My wife said to me, look at the arms on this guy. His arms are bigger than my waist. That guy had, I'm talking about the guy that came off the field and he was like gigantic arms, the defensive tackle in Seattle. But again,
about 91 Murphy. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I think it was 90. I think his number almost for sure was 90. A shorter, stout guy, but he had huge arms.
But Neil, are you sure that if you guys steal McDonald's playbook, like is it the driver or is it the car? Right? You get a Ferrari and we throw
I said it.
Me
Look,
or Jake Asman behind it. Am I driving as well if you get a NASCAR driver behind that thing?
Look, I want an exact duplicate. Not only do I want him to steal I don't want the book, but I want him to do a little homework. Okay. Now that he's not going to coach anymore, thank God. And he's not going to run around the field with his dog whistle. Maybe he could focus on studying the playbook of McDonald, studying the calls he made all throughout the year. And our defense will probably have a major step forward. I can't get any worse.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Just don't let go, Neil. Glenn's got a plan.
Oh, the rope is around my neck. And it really hurts.
No.
Get ready for Neil. He will make 13 points about the New York Jets and maybe hump a Patriots jersey. Get ready for Neil. He's probably smoking a big fat cigar and burning his house to the ground. That's Neil.
Hang in there, Neil. Don't worry. Glenn has a plan, and it's a damn good one. Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. We don't have a ton of entries in the raffle, so we'll do probably the daily raffle. We'll push it to the first show. But if you do want to enter a weekly raffle, I announced the prizes earlier today for those of you just tuning in. 3 outstanding ones for Friday's raffle. We're moving raffles to Fridays in the offseason, a little Football Friday feel for the Asmaniac raffle. Nick Mangold signed jersey, Darrelle Revis signed helmet, and a jersey signed by each member of the legendary New York Sack Exchange. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Click the like button. That's the thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Earlier, we went to this guy, and he was nowhere to be seen. Is he back?
You can kiss my big, big ass. Woo! Time to make a sandwich. Time for the one slice dice. We're gonna have fresh chicken cuts. How you doing? With the fresh schmutz and also right in there too. Look at that green right there. The arugula. Now remember, guys, not too much arugula. Capiche? You put too much on, it'll ruin it. Notice. Oh, so is everybody tonight. Hey, Nintendo music. Cut it for a second. Bad Bunny. Garbage last night. Terrible.
What is this? Who is this guy? Bad freaking Bunny. What is that?
Good point. I hated Bad Bunny. Trash. I could have put Megadeth on the stage and could have said, how would you like to have a paper say? I could have put the thread on, but last night was so bad. Obviously, congratulations, Lion Carl. He did what he needed to do, and he succeeded. So, bad faces. You had your fun with your front of the sun. Man out. But don't worry. We got a lot of time. 6 months, no problem.
Yeah, it is.
Tremendous stuff there from the Beast. Salient points were made, Boy Green. Your thoughts? Can't hear your thoughts as your mic is on mute.
Yeah, wow. I was trying to gather myself there. That was some great executive sandwich making, for sure. Yeah.
Ted says Green Day was awesome. Green Day was awesome. I saw them in concert at at the FanDuel Super Bowl party on Friday, and they are great live. So shout out to Green Day for their performance, and the Counting Crows, by the way. They were great too.
Oh, great. Nice.
More of your calls right now. Last chance to get in here. We're doing a bit of a shorter show. We didn't start this one till 6 Eastern, so a little late start as I was trying to get caught up on so much work since I've been on the road basically for 2 weeks straight. Ladies and gentlemen, on the line right now is a man where you guess where he's calling from.
As Paul can tell you, Jake, I called in this morning and was passionately extolling the values of the big cat Leonard Williams. So I don't appreciate Neil with his Leonard Williams slander.
He's a good player. He's been a good player for a long time.
He just made the Pro Bowl the last 2 years.
Yeah, like he's still good. I don't know if he's ever lived up to like what we thought he was going to be at that pick. Like I remember when the Jets took him, it was like the Jets got the best player in the draft at pick 6 or 5, whenever they took him. But he's had a very good career. He's played in the league for 11 years.
Yeah,
he has 18 sacks over the last 2 years. I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, three-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion. Yeah, he's a decent player. But some of these mocks, man, are driving me a little nuts. Both McShay, who I listen to pretty consistently in the morning on my way in on the commute, and Chad Reuter had one, a 3-rounder he released on NFL.com, and they both had Orville Risa too, and that's driving me crazy because I just don't think that he's a fit for us with what Glenn's going to want to do with some heavier. I think he's going to want to have some heavier ends. And then both of those mocks had the Cardinals taking Malagoa at 3, which
interesting.
to me is crazy because he's a guard. But maybe they see him as a right tackle. Even for a right tackle, that's rich to take a right tackle at 3. But what I did like, what I saw today was Roy's second round. He had the Clemson defensive tackle Woods
Peter
for
Woods,
us at 33, and we stuck and picked. And then at 44, Malachi Fields, which would be our true X, who
Golden Domer, baby.
He comped him to Michael Pittman, which
high praise
at 44 to get Michael Pittman. I think he was a second rounder originally as well.
Yeah, he was in the 30s.
That's great value. My whole thing is think about value. Think about this might not be the best draft for value, but don't be a slave to it. Like, break from it when it makes sense.
You can't take a running back at 2, though, for example.
I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that.
Who would do that? That's
I would run the card up if he's there at 16, though.
16 is a different conversation. And at that point, we'll know what they already did with Brees and have a better idea.
Right. But it's like, since this is such a defensive-heavy draft, I love an offensive player or 2, and probably Tate is the true X. Think about it this way: who do you think is a better slot, potentially, Garrett or Lemon?
Lemon.
Garrett.
I think Lemon.
Really?
I think Garrett.
It's an interesting question, right?
Yeah.
Like, because if you do draft Lemon, you're going to keep Garrett back out there on the boundary, probably.
Sure. Yeah.
And then AD becomes your X, and he's kind of smallish for an X, for a true X. To me, ideally, you have AD as one of the boundary guys. You can get Garrett in the slot, and you can Tate as like your true X would be the way to go. And that's kind of how we have to think about it. What is going to make sense from a team building perspective, right? Get the best non-quarterback offensive player in the draft at 2, and then just take the best player at 16, and then you're off to the races. Because if Simpson does go, I mean, there is a chance that some of these non-premium positions, a Downs or a Love or Sonny Styles, they might be there at 16.
Yeah.
Even I don't think Malagoa would be there at 16, but if the league views him as a guard, he could be. Like,
for sure.
Somebody always falls. Is what I'm saying, right? And so
you don't want any trade up. You want to stick and pick at 2 and 16.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 20-player first round, man. So, like, stick, right? Like,
let's move up a little for Love. Let's jump from 16. Boop, boop. Go get Love.
We are not in the position to be trading up. We are, in my humble opinion. I don't mind going
Come
back.
on. I respect your football acumen too much to sit here. And I actually think you believe the Jets, coming off a 3-win season, should be mortgaging any extra picks to move up for a running back.
Hey, it's an Aaron Glenn identity, baby. Pound the rock.
What's the identity? Losing?
Oh, that's not nice.
That's the identity.
It's go back if it's there, right? Like, but in the top 20, like the 16 to 18, from 2 to 9, like those are the moves, right? Because I don't really care who they take as long as they're a good player that can help us. And to me, there are about 20 good players, and after Mendoza, who might be a different maker at quarterback, a lot of these guys seem to be the same talent level to me.
So you should root for the McShay draft, right? Ty Simpson going like 12-13 to the Rams, and then one of those guys falls.
I would love it for Simpson to not be there so the Jets aren't tempted to pick him at 16, because I don't want him.
Well, that's who Reuter had the Jets taking at 16. He was there, and they took him.
Could be.
I think it would be hard for them to pass on him if he were there at 16.
I think the Jets are going to be very tempted.
Or
What's
you're
that?
saying you're saying it'd be hard for you personally to do it, or
No,
just
not for me
Jets
personally,
doing
for
it?
the Jets.
I
agree with that.
agree because he's the second quarterback of the class. So if he was on the board and the Jets and the pressures and however AG's feeling, I could totally That makes a lot of sense. And I don't know if they look at it this way, but it's a bonus pick, right? It's a sauce trade. This is an extra first round pick, and to have an extra swing that in theory they'd be able to use on the second best quarterback of the class. I could see their perspective on that.
And so much is going to depend on what happens in free agency, whether they can get some competency in here in the quarterback room. I think I was saying, and I've been saying that I think the Cardinals are the best fit for Malik Willis because of the cap hell with the Dolphins, and that's about to get worse if they move on from Tua and Tyreek. But it makes a lot of sense for the Cardinals to go in on Willis to me. That's pretty much all I had, fellas. I really appreciate your time. Great show, and keep up the good work.
Nice
Kyle.
waterfall. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, is that an inside or outside?
Oh, that's a little bit of both.
I think that was Addie's way of bedeviling you guys. So.
Oh, that Addison. That Addie.
Can you hear me?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Good job.
The show must go on. Hit the like button. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. We've gone an hour and not a single membership has been gifted to the best community in sports, the Asmaniacs. So I'm changing that right now. I'm purchasing a membership. If you get one from me, we'll put you in the weekly raffle. New set of prizes for this week. So, ladies and gentlemen, one gifted membership from yours truly has been bought. Hit it, Woody.
Thinking is overrated.
But gifting is not. Listener Joe McClough is the recipient of the membership from yours truly. Joe, you were in the Asmaniac raffle. More of your calls right now. Dion in New England is next on the show. Hello, Dion.
Hey, bud. How are you doing?
What's up, Dion? It's got to be sweet to be a Jet fan in Patriot country today.
I'm not going to lie. I was here in the apartment last night, and literally my neighbor's Chris, he's a nice guy, really nice guy. But him and his buddies came out last night screaming, like not in a good way screaming, just I feel for you, like kind of, but not. And I kind of laughed about it. So it was something I kind of just wanted to share on the show because I love your show. And it was a great moment. So
that's awesome. Love that.
Yeah, like it was honestly like I'm not a vindictive person. I'm not an evil person, but when it comes to the Patriots, they've caused so much pain in my life for all these years. So it was kind of fun to see that firsthand. That's all I'm saying.
It's not a rite of passage. The Pats get to go to the Super Bowl every year after they just had a dynasty. So the fact that they were bad for 3 years and are right back in it with Vrabel in year one and May in year two, and they had the easiest path. They literally played the easiest regular season schedule ever, and then they had the easiest path I've ever seen for a team to get to the Super Bowl with the quarterbacks they went through and the backup they faced in the championship game. So it was nice to see them get the beatdown they were owed because they were a good team. They were covered by some like they were a great team, and they were certainly not that.
No, I really do. I think they are a good team, and I think they're up and coming. Like I really do. And that's what scares me. But it was at least nice to see them failing. And honestly, like I was really happy for Sam. Like I was a Seattle Seahawks fan for like a night. Like I was rooting for them so much, and it was like so nice. Where like I'm sitting here over my couch, and I just hear Patriots fans like screaming next door. So it was good. Like for me, it was a good day as a Jets fan because we don't get many of those. So, I just wanted to share that, with you guys, with Jets fans and Jet Nation.
Hell yeah. Well, Dion, great jersey. And that's an awesome story, man.
Mango, baby.
Love it. Love it. Dion in New England checking in. Let's go to my guy, Dominic D'Angelo, who's next on the show. What's up, Dom?
Yo, what's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
Dom, what's up, dude?
Right, nothing too much. Just I kind of echoing his statements too. I was just really, really happy for Sam yesterday. I mean, I know we all are in a lot of ways, and the whole contingent. And I think it's so funny too how everybody wants to just dump on the Jets constantly. And I get it, but it's also like so many of these other teams made this mistake of moving on from them. And now the fact that he mentioned the seeing ghost stuff while he was with the Jets. And then he just sticks it to the Patriots. He didn't play great, but I almost kind of didn't mind that he didn't play great. He managed the game, and you think about it in the grand scheme of it all, it's true the stat that had no turnovers, right? Throughout the whole playoffs.
Throughout the entire playoffs, correct. Yep.
Throughout the end, it's like that's amazing. And it's just like and the fact too, I think about like just the Patriots throughout this year and how like Vrabel was like F him, said that moment, like he was caught saying all that stuff, and like all this kind of aspect of it all. While the Jets did not do good at all this year, this kind of felt like a bittersweet consolation prize. And so I was super happy with the Super Bowl, and I liked the game itself. Like that Seattle defense was amazing, and I also liked the halftime show. I know that was such a polarizing topic too, but I really enjoyed it. It felt very positive.
What is this? Who is this guy? Bad freaking Bunny. What is that?
Yeah, I mean, again, I like kind of tuned out a half. I just didn't understand it. Like the production was off the charts, but I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what was being said. But like the production was cool, but like that's all I really have for halftime.
Yeah, but overall, like just super happy for Sam. Some really cool moments. Jake, I don't know, it might have been you. I just looked on X, but somebody shared the moment between him and his parents.
Yep.
And I thought that was super, super cool.
I quote tweeted it. NFL Films shared it. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
And Dominic, look at that. RVD, baby. Rob Van Dam.
Yes. I host a show with Rob Van Dam.
What?
Like, tonight.
Whoa.
I'm going live tonight, like at 9:15. I've been trying to get Beast to tune into it because he's always mentions ECW on here. And I'm like, Beast, and I don't want to like plug my stuff on here like crazy, but I'm just like, Beast, tune in. I do a show with one of ECW legend, and you never respond.
I love RVD. That's so cool.
Yes. So
Tune in.
RVDTV.com. RVD TV. Beast, I do a show with Rob Van Dam, okay?
I've been very busy lately. My schedule's been a little cranky mess. So in the words of that thing,
all right, well, tune in, man. Tune in. We get ECW guests on all the time. Stay in, man. You name it. We've had everybody on.
You know what? I'll see what I can do for you, kid. But I just had a little sandwich.
Okay, Beast, I'm your age.
Just good luck with that one. Dom, good attempt. But let's be real. You might host a show with Rob Van Dam, but your social media work for the Jake Asman show is really your crowning accomplishment.
That is. I know. I echo that sentiment all across Pittsburgh here.
By the way, I got to talk to you about Pittsburgh because we're putting something together for the draft that I can't share details just yet, but things are coming together, and I want you involved, Dom.
Well, I'm more than willing to help out. I saw you do all the interviews. I have that experience too. If you need anybody, a man on the street, so to speak, as you said, I'll be more than willing to do that as well. So,
how far are you from where the draft actually is being held?
I'm right, like seriously, a stone's throw away. I can take a bus there and get there super easy. So
That's awesome.
I'm like right by downtown, so it's very easy for me.
April 24th, baby. The New York Jets will be on the clock.
You're gonna get my Kyle Brady shocked face when they draft somebody horrible, and I'm just gonna be like, why? No,
sap.
That's what's gonna happen. So I'm prepared for the worst.
Well, you have a hell of a show tonight, Dom.
Let's go.
I do. Yes, Rob Van Dam, baby.
Oh, that's
go
so
get him.
Cool.
Dominic D'Angelo checking in. Love that.
Wow, RVD, cool.
Matt L. He's the first listener to gift today. How about a 5-spot from Matt? If you hear your name called, you're a channel member. Rocketeer, Nate is mid, Matt NY Jets, Uno17, Hatton Scout, all receiving a gifted membership from Matt L. Jet fan. Appreciate you, Matt. Thanks for always supporting the channel. Christopher Wheeler became a channel member, entered himself in the weekly raffle for one. Thank you, Christopher. Let's continue with your calls before we wrap this baby up, as Maniac Madness is upon us, and last year's #1 overall seed is on the line.
Hey, Charles! You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. Hey, Charles! I'm not saying that Glowski takes steroids. Please, some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles!
Hello, Jake. Hello, Boy Green. Paul Green,
Charles.
how are you?
Oh, wow. It's a pleasure, Charles.
Our boy did it, guys. Our boy did it. Our boy Sammy D stopped the 7th Super Bowl championship for New England. Amen to that, brother.
How do you do?
I feel great.
Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Apparently, Jake must have took some steroids for his voice. That's interesting.
Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about, Chuck.
Now he took some fucking helium. That's great.
Don't you curse on my show, you piece of. Go yourself.
How
dare you piece of.
I knew I would get that reaction. I just wanted to see your reaction, Jake. Love you, buddy. I had a Super Bowl party yesterday with 3 of my friends, Colin, Thomas, and Preston. We had meatballs, pizza, and sub sandwiches.
Who's your favorite friend of those 3?
That I will not say. That is between me and them.
No,
but we had a great time.
Give me your top 3 right now.
That I will not say. I'm sorry, Jake. You can tell me you can give me any form of persuasion you want. I will not tell you.
It's
that
Thomas, Preston, and what's the last person's name?
Colin.
I'm going to say Preston 1, Colin 2, Thomas 3.
That I will not say. I will not say you were wrong nor right. But in the meantime, as for the halftime show, I thought it was all right. I thought the presentation was great. I wish I had an English translator, but
Colin 2, Thomas 3. You know I'm right, Gorman. You sick bastard.
yes, I am a sick bastard, Jake. We all are. We're all sick bastards. And I was happy Green Day was at the Super Bowl. I love Green Day.
Yeah.
What did you have? Great. Give us more of the food spread breakdown.
Well, we also had a vegetable platter.
Okay.
Of course, Gary would say, "Oh, don't eat your vegetables; they'll kill you." That's a different story for another time. We had meatballs, turkey subs, and 2 pizzas. 1 large pie, 1 large margarita pizza.
How many slices did you put down?
About 1.
Only had 1 slice of pizza?
I had a bunch of meatballs, man. I left some more.
Commitment. That's not a strong commitment, man. It's not a strong commitment. 1 slice? That's not a big commitment, man.
I had a boatload of meatballs, bro. The meatballs were, I felt, more enticing than the pizza.
How many meatballs did you have?
100. No, I'm just kidding. 10, maybe
10.
20.
Wow. How big were the meatballs? Like a golf ball or like a what?
About a golf ball size. Yes, they were pretty good though. My friend Preston put them in a crock pot. They were well cooked.
Oh wow, very nice.
How did you eat them? With a fork? Or with your hands?
I ate them like this. I ate them with a fork, Jake.
Charles, you are disgusting.
Yes, I am disgusting, Jake. Story of my life.
Tell us more about the Gorman Sausage Fest.
The Gorman Sausage Fest. Depends on what sausage fest you're looking for, big fella.
Did you double fist meatballs, you sick mother?
I needed this, Jake. I needed this.
Charles,
I needed this.
meatballs, you sick piece of. You kiss your mother with that mouth?
Unfortunately, I do. But she still loves me anyway. I'm happy as hell. Screw the Patriots. Happy Sam Darnold won. Kenneth Walker was the MVP of the Super Bowl.
So Preston 1, Colin 2, Thomas 3?
That I will not say.
I think
Peace
you need
out.
to say. I think I know exactly where you stand, Gorman. Preston is 1, Colin is 2, Thomas is 3. I believe Preston is Gorman's lover that he watched that he went to a comic book convention with instead of watching a Jet game late in the year.
Congratulations on the
Let me pull up
sex.
the clip from that one. Let me see. Hold on. I believe we have the right Preston here. Let's see.
All right.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we go down memory lane before our final calls.
This team is not well coached. Oh, and I heard Rebecca said she wanted to marry a guy like me. Well, Rebecca, I would love for you to deflower me.
Whoa. Keep it in your pants, Gorman. This is a family show.
I was told to say it, so.
I don't care who told you to say it. Sick.
I'm an idiot.
Oh, someone told me to say it, so I have to say it. Oh, I'm Charles Gorman.
I didn't really watch the game because I was with a friend. I was at the Woodbridge Center Mall.
This is a brutal call. You didn't watch the game?
I checked the box score.
You didn't watch the game?
I was with a friend, Jake.
So you chose a comic book convention over your football team? What type of fan are you?
Apparently not a good one. I wanted to spend time with a friend, Jake. Is that something wrong?
Yes. Now, was this friend of yours a woman? Was she going to make sweet and passionate love to you?
His name was Preston, and he's been my best friend for a while.
So you hung out with a dude all day instead of watching your team? What are we doing?
Shame.
Beast, I could care less what you think.
Shame.
So
What a lousy loser he turned out to be. Gorman, you've lost every bit of my respect. You clown-sucking douchebag.
Sir Lucas says, does Preston dress up like a comic book chick? Good question.
He did not dress up like a chick. He's not a cross-dresser.
Calm down. Is Preston your friend or gay lover?
Not gay lover.
So you went to a comic book convention with Preston, who's your friend and not gay lover?
Yes.
Because you know the Jets play Sunday at 1 o'clock.
I know that, and I wanted to spend time with a friend.
Clown-sucking douchebag.
You want to fight, asshole?
I don't want to fight, period. If I went to Sabaro's.
You chose Sabaro's? You couldn't have picked anything else at a mall?
Wanted some meatballs.
From Sabaro's?
Yes.
Really? You chose Sabaro's voluntary? Come on. And for the meatballs, you went to a comic book convention with your gay lover and ate Sabaro's?
He's not my gay lover. First and foremost, and even if he was my gay lover, why is that a freaking problem?
It's just, it would be surprising because you started your call trying to pursue Rebecca in the chat. But you didn't watch the Jets today. So what exactly is the purpose of calling in?
I checked the box score.
No, the box score could lie. There's no context. There's no feel for the box score. Every game has a heartbeat. According to New Q here, you hung out with a dude and ate balls over watching your football team. What is that?
It's a mat. I also got a poster for him.
Chris wants to know, does Preston lay on that mat?
No, he does not. Stop it.
You don't have to get so mad. You can just clarify for the chat.
And I got this too. Cost me about $40.
You spent $40 on that?
Yeah, $5 discount.
A $5 discount?
I wanted it. Rebecca, if you want to talk to me via email.
Email?
She said she would marry a guy like me. That's what I was told.
You're just going to sell your soul for the first woman that shows interest in you, Charles?
No. I'm saying if she wants to talk to me in general, period.
Now, Rebecca says that she would, but you would have to give up Preston.
Rebecca, we're not gay lovers. Stop it. I'm going to have serious talk with this woman.
Preston or Rebecca?
Rebecca, I would love for you to deflower me.
Thank God for the Gormans, the Beasts, Bobby, Gary's. This season's been so bad.
Boy. This can, in the words of The Rock,
oh, shoot.
You gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
Ah, what a blast from the past. What a moment. By the way, am I wrong with my rankings? Preston's number 1, Colin 2, Thomas 3.
It seems like you have the pulse, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. Let's check in with a man who's got an opinion on everything. All you have to do is just simply ask him. Ladies and gentlemen, stop whatever it is you are doing and say hello to this man.
Chicken with pasta is worse than peanut butter with sandwich. What up, fellas?
Hello, Gary.
I
Gary.
What up? I did want to, because you mentioned Jeremiah Love before, and I mentioned this too, and Gator said that I was trolling. It's like, Jeremiah Love is extraordinary. Like, he's a special running back. Then the question is, do you want to take a running back at 2? Well, not typically. But then I looked at the draft class, and, like, it kind of sucks, right? Like, the draft class starts at 2 because Mendoza's going 1. So if I said to you, and I've said this before, who's the best player in the draft? Probably Love, right?
Yeah.
Or Downs.
Downs, a safety. They do want to take a safety. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't. Last year, there was like 10 guys. Where did we pick last year? 7? There was like 10 guys at 7. I'm like, all right, cool. Now that like anyone at 2, I'm kind of like, it's all. Last year was all overwhelming. It's like, it's great. Like, there's a ton of good names that we can pick. This year, it sucks. Like, I don't really want any of these guys. I don't really like any of the pass rushers. Like, they're okay, but are we sure about either one of these guys? And then, like, the guys I am sure about play safety and running back. Do you want to draft the safety or running back too? Yeah, sort of like the whole draft to me is kind of
Yeah, but I think you're minimizing the value of the player the Jets could still get at 2. Like, I still think David Bailey or Ruben Bain or Arvell Reese could be awesome football players. Like, I don't think the drop off with them from a talent standpoint is that much lower than Jeremiah Love. And again, I don't believe in taking a running back at 2. If he's there at 16, I get it. I'm not doing it at 2.
He ain't there at 16. Like, he ain't there at 16.
He won't be, and that's fine. But I don't think the Jets are the team that should take him. Like Genty, we said the same thing about him last year. And look what happened with him. He went to the Raiders, the worst team in football.
I would say I love Love, but Genty was a beast. I probably would have ranked if they were in the same draft class. I probably
would have taken Genty. I know you liked him last year. I remember.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying he's a bad player. He was on an awful team, but the Jets were 3-14. They have other needs.
They have they have a need basically everywhere other than wide receiver 1
and tackle.
Basically a tackle. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. They basically any position they draft, that's a position of need because they're really bad. And to tackle this Charles Gorman thing, did we get to the bottom of this Preston thing? Is that his closeted secret lover? Did we get to the bottom?
He lost the Super Bowl with him, and when we were ranking his friends, he refused to tell me if Preston was number 1, but I think he was.
Were they in a fight at that? Were they in a lover's quarrel at that point, and that's why he didn't want to put him at number 1?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Is this platonic or is this? I mean, I think dudes should have best friends. I have a best friend.
Sure.
I don't. Yeah, I don't go to comic book conventions with. I watch Jet games with them. Fortunately for me, he's a Jets fan and a Mets fan. I watch games with them. I've been to games with them. I don't skip games to go to comic book conventions typically. To me, that sounds a little fugazi. Honestly, is that what the kids are calling it? We went to a comic book convention. Is that what they're calling it?
So you don't think there was a comic book convention? It sounds like.
I'm just asking. I'm asking questions. I don't know. I don't know. Everything these kids say these days are in code words. So I'm just asking. Was there any advertisements? Can we confirm that there was a comic book convention? Like, is there a link that we
bought? Didn't he buy something at that comic book convention? Right, he bought like a
picture
the
of
Super
him
Mirror thing. Yeah.
Yeah. How did we know that that's from the comic?
Oh,
book
that's a good
convention?
point. That could be an old photo. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So I mean, he has an alibi. I don't know. And then this other chick in the chat. I'm sorry,
Rebecca.
I'm sorry, Rebecca.
Yeah.
So Charles said that because he's a Catholic, he wanted to stay a virgin until he got married. But now he wants to get the flower. Like, which one is it? Do you want to have sex with a girl you never met, or do you want to stay a virgin until you're married? Which one do you want to do? Right? I mean, he seems to be flip-flopping all over the place, but this shouldn't surprise us because he flip-flopped on the Jets. If he's not a Jets fan, then going to the comic book convention over watching the Jets would make sense. Like, if there was a Raiders game on or something else I wanted to do, I don't really care about the Raiders, so I'm going to go to the other thing. If he's not a Jets fan, which I don't know if he is or he isn't this week, then going to a comic book convention isn't a big deal. If he is a Jets fan and he went to the comic book convention, that's a little gay. I'll be honest.
What did you think of the halftime show, Gary?
I don't watch halftime shows. I didn't watch any of it. I put on a recap of the Knicks Celtics game on the
big win for the Knicks.
Nice. Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't tell you Bad Bunny from Bugs Bunny. The only thing I know about Bad Bunny is he's from Puerto Rico. I can't name one of his tracks. I don't know anything about him. I don't watch halftime shows. I've never watched halftime shows. There was nothing for or against Bad Bunny. I watched a recap of the Knicks game.
How do you feel about Bugs Bunny?
He's pretty good. Bugs Bunny's pretty good.
What's up, Doc?
Good. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. How do you feel about Bugs Bunny? He's pretty good, right? For a Looney Tunes character, he's pretty good.
Oh, he's one of my favorite cartoons of all time.
How could he not be? Is that unanimous, Paul?
Yeah, iconic. Yeah, of course. Bugs Bunny. Sure.
I think what we need to do right now is get to the bottom of things.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
Make it quick, Gary, and it better be good.
Well, no, we're just trying to get to a bottom of a lot of things. We're not even convinced that there was a comic book convention opposite the Jets.
Gary, fuck you, goodbye.
Whoa, Charles, wait a second.
You see, he's emotional like a woman, right?
Why
Like
was
he
he
can't
so
have
hostile?
a conversation because he has no testosterone. He can't have a conversation like a man. He's too emotional, right? And this is a major problem. Boys go to school and they're in class with women all day, and then their dads don't step up. So they're basically only raised by women. They're in school 8 hours a day with a woman, right? Almost all of your elementary school teachers are women. We can all account to that. And they go home and their dad doesn't teach them anything of value, and they end up like that. They end up basically over emotional women, but they're a man. So no one cares what they think about anything, and they end up like that. They think people care about them. It's like, no, bro, you're a guy. You have no value other than what you create. Chris Rock said this in '96. Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Men have to produce something. I remember hearing that. I was like 13 years old, and it stuck with me the rest of my life, right? And then when people don't understand that, they end up like that. That's how they end up.
You think Charles doesn't subscribe to that theory? He thinks
No,
that he deserves unconditional love.
I think he does it like a woman or a dog or a child. I think he believes he deserves unconditional love for doing nothing. That's not how. The best thing about being a man, and I mean this, the best thing about being a man is knowing nobody cares about you and no one's coming to help you. You got to figure it out all by yourself. Just like in the ring, no one can help you. I can't pass the ball to my left, can't pass the ball to my right. I got to figure this out, and I'm either going to win or I'm going to lose. That's life as a man.
Now, what did you think of my interview with Andre Ward?
Oh, I did watch it. It was good. Andre Ward won a gold medal in 2004. He is still the last American to win a gold medal. We've gotten close with Keyshawn and Shakur, but no one's won a gold medal since 2004. I wanted to ask, have you asking about that? What America has to do to get another gold medalist? Because I'm sure he doesn't like being the last one 22 years ago. I'm sure he doesn't like that either. So I wanted to ask him about the amateur program. He's the same age as me. I think he's 42. He's either 41 or 42, turning 42. I remember him from all the national tournaments. Like, I remember at 12, 13, 14, 15, winning every. I don't think he never lost as a pro. I don't remember him not winning a national tournament. I don't know if he ever lost in international events. But every national tournament we had as kids, he won. He was a lot bigger than me, so I didn't have to fight him, thank God. But he like never lost as an amateur either.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed, Gary.
Chicken with pasta is worse than peanut butter with sandwich.
Before we say goodbye to Boy Green, I want to shout out Chef Kev, who says, great show, fellas. Tickets for Indy Jets. That's right. 5 more for Indy in this week's raffle. Chef Kev, you're the man. Cloverleaf Tavern for life. BG, I know you got to run. Thanks for hopping on this show, and I'll be up early, and I'll put on BG Live at 7:30 a.m.
Boom. It'll be great to have you, Jake. Thanks all the Asmaniacs out there, and great job on Radio Row at the Super Bowl, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boy Green.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed, too.
More of your calls before we wrap. Mr. Famous Fulton is next. Hello, Mr. Famous. You're on mute, sir.
How you doing, Jake?
What's up, man?
Not much. I'm friends with Paul Green. So we got a medal here, right here. We got in second place in the basketball game.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yep. So, I was wondering, Jake, if I can do an interview on your show for my story, how I got started with Special Olympics for 16 years.
You've been with the Special Olympics for 16 years? That's awesome.
Yes, I have. Yes. Yep. So I've been doing swimming when I was 10. Then I retired. And then I've been doing some bowling for a long time, but I retired from that one. So,
had a lot of careers.
So, yes, yep. I did ukulele and everything, and I do every kind of stuff. So,
can you play some ukulele on the show?
Sure, I can. I did it on Paul's show. Now I can do it on here.
Well, please. I don't know what took so long for you to call into my show.
Do you have a song request I'd like to play for you?
Whatever on your mind, Mr. Famous Fulton Moraz.
Okay, sure. I would play Earth, Wind, Fire.
Oh, great song.
All right, here we go. Do you remember 21st night of September? Love was chasing the minds of pretender. Love was chasing the clouds away. Our hearts are ringing, and the key to the souls were singing. As we dance in the night, remember how the stars stole the night away. Let me hear you. Hey, 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 body up. Say, do you remember, body up? Dancing in September, body up. Never was a cloudy day. There you go. Let's see.
Thank you, Beast. Hey, Fulton, great work, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Jake.
Call back anytime, all right?
Yeah, Jake, I'd like to be on your show sometime to tell my story if you want me to. That's totally fine with you.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you playing for us. That was tremendous.
Yeah, you're welcome. I will be back on Paul's stream tomorrow morning.
I'll be tuned in.
Yep.
Let's go, Jets. Let's go, Jets. Let's go, Jets.
Thank you very much, Mr. Famous Fulton. More of your calls, but first, let me shout out Derek, the Jet fan, who's supporting the show. He's in the raffle for one. All right, I got time for one more call. Leader of Jets is on the line. He joins us now. Hello, Leader of Jets.
Can't hear me?
I can't hear you, Jake. I'm so
Can you hear
sorry.
me?
Can't hear.
Good job.
You can't hear me? Ah. Man. What do we do? Well, we hope he figures it out. Ladies and gentlemen, leader of Jets.
Jake, can you hear me all right, bud?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Good job.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jake, but it sounds like someone else is talking as well. Either way, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, sir. I love the old logo on the hat. I'm on the treadmill in the car or in my garage.
Leader of the Jets, but Jake
Thank
is
you.
no longer here.
It seems like the only way that I
I
can get
told you,
on.
supreme leader. All right, Ty Simpson's not going to be drafted at 2. You mother piece of. The fact that you think Ty Simpson would be drafted at number 2 in the NFL draft just shows how big of a loser you are, you mother.
How do I change my voice that way?
You can't, bitch. I'm the other one who could do that.
There's Jake. I thought you were changing your voice. That sounds pretty much the same though.
No. Stop it.
So what did Todd McShay have? I did not get a chance to look at his mock, but I saw the title. It says Big Shocker.
Arvell Reese at 2, Mekhi Lemon somehow falling to 16, and the Jets take him.
What do you think
Simpson
of Derek Carr?
went 13. Your boy went to the Rams.
Well, now, so my issue with that is why is Ty Simpson good enough to go to 13 to the Rams, but not, in the first round of the Jets? But we don't have to talk about that. I know how you feel about.
Here's why, though. Because the Rams have Stafford for another year, if not 2. He's not going to play right away, and they have McVay to develop him.
Under any circumstances, I think we would bring in a vet. I don't think Ty Simpson would be day one. I definitely think he would get starts by week 8 at probably the latest, which I'm still okay with. But my issue is more with Todd McShay. It's his Joe Douglas, brotherhood that he has where he can't say anything good about the Jets. But Derek Carr, any thoughts, any feelings?
I don't know. I mean, he's injured all the time. He wasn't good the last time we saw him play. He was like a check down merchant. I don't know how much Derek Carr's got left. Again, he might be one of the better options. You could argue it. I'd prefer other guys before I bring in a guy who was literally out of football last year.
Kirk Cousins?
I think Cousins is better than Carr. I do. And I've never been the biggest Cousins guy, but when I was strongly against him, that was before he finished the year playing really well. Like, I actually was really impressed with how he looked down the stretch.
I think Cousins is considerably better than Carr. I just don't know what his price tag is going to be. And I think
if he wants to go to the Jets, like, he's going to have other offers.
Now, if Ty Simpson has squeaked his way up to 13 in essentially a backup role, it'll never happen. The Rams, Stafford is coming back another year. The reason he's coming back another year is because the Rams have given him assurance that we're going all in. And taking a QB at 13 is not going all in. He wouldn't sign up for another year. They're either trading that pick for an established player, which I think they're going to try and push for. Well, they have a good D-line, but someone. I was going to say, what's his name, Max Crosby. But the Rams are not keeping that pick. So if Simpson's available at 13, I could see the Jets moving up to get him in some capacity there. But I really think Simpson is going before then. If he's stuck up to 13 now, are you more open to that idea?
Not really. I don't want Ty Simpson in the first round. I don't think the Jets are equipped to properly develop him.
Kyler? Okay.
What was that?
Well, I'm going through our options, and I apologize for cutting you off. If it's not Kyler, unless you think Kyler with Frank Reich.
I don't want Kyler. I'd rather them acquire Brissett if we're going to do a Cardinals quarterback.
But Brissett is kind of equivalent. He's definitely better than Tyrod and Justin Fields, but he's in that same category of it's a next year play.
He's a 1-year bridge, yes.
Okay. So you really think that Aaron Glenn and Muji are committing to another 1-year bridge?
I don't think they have a choice. They got to win games.
Jacoby Brissett is not winning them games. I think Kirk or Derek Carr can buy them time. But
what's the difference between Brissett and Derek Carr? Brissett threw 23 touchdowns against 8 interceptions last year. When has Derek Carr done that recently?
I think Derek Carr has a bit of a lotto ticket. I probably agree with you that Brissett they're equivalent. They're kind of a wash. But there is that 5% chance that Derek Carr can be reinvigorated. He's got a good offensive line, and he makes something happen. I'm not saying I believe it, but you can sell yourself like, okay.
Can't you do that with Brissett? Like, what's the difference?
There's 0% chance that Brissett would prevent us from drafting a quarterback in 2027. There's a 1% chance that Derek Carr is good enough where we don't draft someone.
But Glenn and Muji aren't guaranteed 2027. They need to win games. So who gives them a better chance to win? Who's a better fit for their offense? Frank Reich, who's already worked with Jacoby Brissett, or a complete unknown in Derek Carr, who was out of football the past year?
I think having a quarterback on the roster with upside gives them a good chance. And that's
how much upside does Derek Carr actually have at this stage of his career? He's 34. He turns 35 in March. Like, I don't think there's that much upside with Derek Carr.
That's why Ty Simpson is always the answer. Ty Simpson is Mr. Upside.
Yeah, but what's the difference between Ty Simpson and Garrett Nussmeier, Ty Simpson and Trinidad Chambliss?
Talent overall. I think if you watch the way that Ty Simpson can diagnose plays pre-snap, like every single quarterback is saying the same thing, that his pre-snap and his football understanding is far more advanced than
so at 15 though, again, it goes back to that. Like, I think you could take the swing on the quarterback in round 2, or you trade back into round 1 if you really want.
If Simpson is there at 16, that's
again,
obviously
you really
the better
like
option.
him. So I can't say your opinion is wrong. If you believe in Ty Simpson and the Jets share that opinion, I think they would take him. When I watch him, I don't think he's bad by any means. I just have a lot of questions about a guy just looking at historical data at his size and also 15 career starts going to the Jets who I don't think have the right infrastructure to properly develop him. I think he needs to sit, and I don't think they're going to be able to. They're going to be able to actually sit him for the full year.
All very justified, and the reason I feel so strongly is just I cannot wrap my brain around the idea of Muji so heavily tanking, because I don't think that's just a Glenn.
But he's not tanking. Also, you could argue taking Simpson hurts their chances of winning in 2026 because pick 16 can go to Mekhi Lemon, for example, like he did in this mock. And Mekhi Lemon can help you win some more games in year 1 than Simpson, who's learning off the bench for most of it, if not all of it, in an ideal world, would anyway.
You could apply that logic. Fernando Mendoza has probably a higher chance of losing games than Geno Smith does, but the Raiders are still going to take him. Either way, you could apply that logic. But I guess in terms of likelihood, because I love Simpson, obviously you want to take him later if possible. But you have to admit the Jets heavily tanked later in the year. Brady Cook that's an XFL
right,
player.
but they tanked to try and get number 1, and they also thought Dante Moore would be in this draft. They weren't sure at that point. Again, when they started playing Brady Cook, they were in a spot where it was unclear who necessarily the top quarterback was going to be. Like, we thought it'd be Mendoza. Moore was in the conversation.
Risk. Would you agree that is a dumb risk to put all of your eggs in that basket? Because Glenn and Muji are risking their jobs if you're tanking. 1, correct? For 1 spot, it's fucking dumb.
I don't think they knew, but they didn't know it was 1 spot at that point. That's what you're conveniently leaving out. Like when they started
that's why
playing,
I think they think it's multiple. They think it's Ty Simpson as well. They see Ty Simpson there. And Dante Moore, the entire year, people were saying he's probably going to stay. He might stay. If you look at McShay the whole time, the entire season, he was saying he could stay. So many people said Dante Moore could stay. So I can't.
Again, I understand your logic, but the Jets weren't the only team that did this. The Raiders were doing the same thing as well. And for one guy.
Raiders tank good. Well, I think they, in the same capacity, they would be okay with Ty Simpson.
I don't think so. There's no chance they'd be okay with Ty Simpson.
Where
they
do
did
you
it for
think,
Mendoza.
And what about the Cardinals? What do they do? Mike LaFleur, you think he's going in there?
I think the Cardinals signed Malik Willis. And Malik Willis played for Mike LaFleur, who's now the head coach there. He played for Matt in Green Bay. It'd be the same offense. There'd be a lot of continuity. Matt and Mike could discuss what worked for Malik. I think they'd have a good plan for him. I could see Arizona signing.
I like that deal a lot. Miami, you think they stick with Quinn Ewers?
Now Tua's gone. They'll add someone. For what it's worth, TD Finstock thinks they're gonna take Ty Simpson at 11. So we'll see.
He's climbing. He's climbing, Jake. I wear an extra large. Do you think I should get the white or the green?
He's not going to the Jets.
So I realized when everyone's playing guitar that I needed a prop to get on here, and this is all I had in my garage. Oh, hammer fucking home. Ty Simpson to the Jets.
Leader of the Jets, you are out of your goddamn mother mind. All right, I've had enough of this.
Unbelievable, this guy. Had to call on, God. Basically put him away. Leader of the Jets, good call. I appreciate you, but I think you're nuts. I was going to end the show, but ladies and gentlemen, when the number 1 seed in last year's tournament calls back in, you stop what you're doing and you do this.
Hey, child! You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. Hey, child! I'm not saying that Glowski takes steroids. Give me some of it. Hey, child! Who is that lovely lady? Sing it this way, child!
I had a feeling he was going to say that garbage. I don't trust Gary at all.
Charles, what's wrong?
You told me to call back in.
Well,
I got your
texted
text.
me for the call-in link, and then I posted it, and then you left in a fury, and it was very upsetting.
Well, I had every right because Gary apparently cares more about people being gay than worrying about himself. Gary cares more about people eating vegetables than he does himself. Gary cares about women having a right to vote than he does himself.
Is Preston number 1, Colin number 2, and Thomas number 3?
Why do you care, Jake? Like, seriously.
I demand to know your friendship rankings.
Colin is 1A, Nick Shine is 1B, Preston 2, Thomas Leedy 3.
Stop
and
it.
maybe you
Stop
number
it.
4.
That has nothing to do with this. We're talking about people at your Super
Well,
Bowl
I
party.
added Nick Shine in.
No, Nick Shine
So you don't get
doesn't count.
upset.
He's a father figure to you.
Actually, say he's more like a brother figure, but
Preston,
he's someone.
Colin, Thomas. 1, 2, 3. Confirm it.
Colin 1, Preston 2, Thomas 3. There, I fucking said it.
Colin is 1. Whoa. Holy. I can't believe it. What the? That's unbelievable.
I need this, Jake. I need this like I need a hole in my head.
Sit down and relax, Gorman. You sick.
Love you too, Jake. Bye.
Love you, Gorman. Love you.
God's got quite the potty mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of God, goddamn, get ready.
He's pointing. Gary Box, I'm pointing at you. Gary Box, I point at you. Gary Box, I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. Gary Box, point at you. I point.
He left. They wanted the chat. I saw the chat. They wanted me to talk to Charles. He left.
He left right before you called in.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he's basically a woman with a Y chromosome, right? Like, really, there's nothing masculine about him. He can't. He doesn't like me. He's not a fan of me. So I come on and just, hey, what's up, Charles? What is your beef with? He can't do it. He's got to run away. This is a major problem. Like,
Well, I don't know if he ran away from you. I think his call was just done.
Okay. Once you played his, did you drop him or did he drop off?
He dropped on his own.
So he was on the call. He was in the green room. Then I came on and he dropped off.
Well, I don't think he knew you were in the green room though.
You played my intro and that's when he dropped off. No.
No, he dropped up before your intro played.
Oh, all right. I thought he saw the intro came on and then dropped. You're being forward here. He dropped off before you played my intro.
Yes, he dropped off.
Yeah.
I was shocked by his rankings of his best friends. I thought Colin would have been number 2 and Preston, who he went to Comic-Con with, would have been number 1.
Okay. You would think if you're skipping a Jet game, is he a Jets fan this week? Otherwise, if he's not a Jets fan, it makes sense, right?
He's never been more of a Jet fan.
Okay, well, he was a Patriots fan for a while. He was a Colts fan.
No, he was never a Patriots fan.
Yeah, Charles Gorman was.
He was not.
Yeah, Charles Gorman was a Patriots fan.
No.
Earlier this season, before he was a Colts fan, he was a Patriots fan. We used to talk to him about it all the time on Bobby's show. He was a Patriots fan. He was, and then he became a Colts fan, and then the Colts season imploded as soon as Charles Gorman became a fan of theirs. I think the Jets won as many games as the Colts did once Charles Gorman became a fan of the Colts.
Charles is not a Patriots fan.
No, he's okay. What team is he a fan of?
A Jet fan.
For sure. We know that for sure.
Charles Gorman is a Jet fan, damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
Gary, I am sick and tired of your crap.
Okay,
You have disrespected me for far too long.
Civil conversation, okay? Let's not
Define civil in your language, Gary. You disrespecting me and how I socialize with women. Disrespecting me how I socialize with my mother. Disrespecting me how I live my life. You care more about me cursing than your own problems. You care about people being gay than your own problems. You care about people eating vegetables than you do your own problems. Leave me the hell alone, Gary. And if I was a Colts fan, why do you care?
Look at this. This is how a man behaves. This is how an irate.
Don't tell me how to be a man, Gary. You're not better than me, and you never will be.
Well, I certainly live better than you. I'm certainly more masculine. You can have a conversation with me. All you do is rant and rave like an angry 14-year-old that just got made fun of in the girls' table at the cafeteria. Look at you. This is how a man acts. You ought to be embarrassed.
You can tell me how to be a man, Gary.
I'm talking. I let you talk. I am speaking. You lack all masculinity. There's nothing masculine about you. You're completely feminine. You use no logic or reason in anything you say, and you just lash out emotionally like a woman. You're basically a woman with a Y chromosome. Like, that's a problem. And you're not alone in this. Like, there's an entire generation of men.
You don't tell me. You basically insulted my parents.
I call it as I see it. If you think that's an insult.
Well, at least I'm not a piece of shit like you, Gary, who disrespects women. Goodbye.
Have a good one, Chuck. See, he can't have a conversation. He can't do it. It's like having a conversation with a woman. He can just run away. This is a major problem. This is why Charlie Kirk, who only talks to people, all he does is talk to people, gets shot in the neck. Because people can't talk.
Okay. Time out. You're really going off the rails today, Sonny fella. Have a chicken cutlet once in a while. Yo, I eat vegetables. I'm proud of that. I like Charlie Kirk myself too. But what Charles was nailing, he nailed some coins. You got to get your head out of the toilet sometime and take a look around the world. Smell the flowers once in a while. Get outside. Run around the block once in a while. Hit the weights. That's what I do. I hit the weights.
I should get in shape like you. I know.
You don't have this power physique like I do. My physique is more scarier than your sorry ass on a cold day. You could lace my boots, carry my bags, or even carry my jockstrap. With you, Gary, you have no balls. You're too yellow for your own good. And I'm talking yellow right up the back and also right down the side of your ass with a stain on it that says, look at Gary with his yellow panties on it and has a yellow stain right on it. Wow. That just basically says you're not qualified for this job and you're not qualified to even be in the same league as me. You should be demoted to more like the little softball league because you're a softball. I'm a hard baseball. You're just soft like a cheap Haynes t-shirt.
Maybe one day I'll be fit and in shape and hard like Beast. Maybe one day. I know not today, right? But maybe one day. Obviously, you're the picture of men's health here. Obviously,
kid. You have any idea? You have any idea what I've been through these last few years? Wars, pain, everything else, and you think this is easy? Son, we are in.
No one said it was supposed to be easy.
Do you understand what
nobody
cares?
Is?
You,
That's what I'm saying. This is the same thing as Charles. You can tell he's probably.
Look, I
I'm way smarter than Trump.
Dad did nothing. Now he acts like a woman.
Biggest sons in the world.
You know all the
bigger
parents.
ammo
I
than
don't
you.
care.
Oh,
You're a man. Nobody cares what you've been through. Just do better. Just win.
You're a
Nobody
softball
cares
in my
what you
book,
went
pal.
through.
I can knock you in
cares.
a home run hitting contest. If I had the body of a Greek guy right now, I would kick your ass.
In a home run hitting contest.
Let me just say, if I put a Greek jersey on, I will kick your ass in a home
I don't
run
know.
hitting
Maybe
contest.
your swing was pretty
Because
good. I'm not really a
let me
baseball
say,
player. Maybe.
Here I was playing baseball. I was hitting 568 with
I believe it. You had a
14
decent
overs.
swing.
And
I believe it.
you could even
home run hitting contest.
you even threw me in there, I
Maybe.
would have crushed your sorry ass in a heartbeat. You know why? If you threw anything inside right where
Yeah,
my sweet spot was
Daniel's
at,
right. I
you would've
aspire
been
to be
dead
like
man
Beast.
right on
One
the
day.
spot.
One day.
Why? Because one, you couldn't do the job like I can. Two, you couldn't fly like
I can't do it. I can't do the job like you. Obviously, you're the picture of men's physical
will
fitness,
never be like
right?
me. I'm more like Ric Flair, Harley
Yeah,
Race,
you're more like-
Gene Kiniski, and all the
When
greats
I
of the
saw you, the
NWA.
first time I saw you,
you are a
I
disgrace.
thought-
You are a disgrace to men.
The first time I saw
You
you, I
make
thought
John
you were.
DeVore look
That's
way
how much
better
you are like
than
Ric
Rhea
Flair.
Ripley, pal.
No, that's
Because
not
you
Ric
will
Flair.
never,
He's in
and
the
I mean, I
Gonzalez.
will quote you one more time, player. You will never, ever be in the same league until you get to the top. You're below me, pal. You're in the gutter. I'm
I'll
already
never
up here.
be
Why
in
am
the
I up
same
here?
league.
Why am I up here? That had a kick to it.
I'll never
Let
be
me
in
tell you
the
this,
same
why I'm
league
up here.
until I
I
get to the
worked my
top.
way up the ladder. I paid my dues. I earned my way up the ladder. I fought. I bled. I scratched. I kicked. I clawed. I did more than what you could not do.
You
Even
know
on
how
your best days.
crazy
Let
I
me say, broken thumb. I just took 4 chair headshots.
You know how none of that. You know how none of that is true. Because if you actually had to fight, scratch, and claw, you wouldn't tell everyone about it. You would just be humble about it and know that you won the battle. Right? No one who actually has to scratch and claw tells everyone how hard their journey was. They just use it as a humbling experience, right? Like that's how. Like he doesn't leave his mom's attic, but he has to scratch and claw.
Here's the
and
difference between facts and fiction,
he
buddy.
broke right.
You're in the fiction section right here. Here's fiction. Here's fiction right here. Fiction. Star Wars, Terminator, Indiana Jones, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Here's you. This is all fiction. Non-fiction. Reality is right here. This is what you struggle to realize because here's the difference that separates the men from the boys. Men like me are fighters. You are just the little boy with a shriveled brain and a potty mouth that has a girdle that's 3 sizes tight. And let me just say this one time for you. You will never be like Andrew Dice Clay.
These analogies are kind of missing.
Even Tim
You
Allen.
can't be at the same level until you get to the
John
top.
Fox. These are
And your brain is shriveled like a girl 3 dresses too small. These analogies aren't. I don't really understand it. I get what you're trying to say, but the analogies are missing. The analogies don't make any sense.
You're in that nice warm climate. I'm in the cold climate.
How's your choice? You could be anywhere in this world. You chose to be there. I think Chicago's a hell of a city. I don't mind that you're there. Like I think it's a good choice. But you're complaining about the cold when you chose to be in a place that's known for being cold. How can I help you, Charles?
You dare insult my family for no reason.
Come, let's have a civil conversation.
Define civil, you piece of garbage. I can be angry when I want to be. You insulted my family.
Look at this.
Don't tell me look at this. At least I don't want to say, oh, he should have been fired before he been hired.
It's a woman.
I don't care if I'm acting like a woman. I'd rather be a woman in your eyes than a man, because your definition of a man is a piece of shit.
Look at you.
I don't care, Gary. I'm not a fucking scumbag that's a homophobe, a sexist, that women should have no right to vote.
We already talked about this. I don't have a diagnosed phobia of the homo.
Homophobes are people who are aggressive and dislike good people, dumbass.
While I'm talking, you're an animal.
Yes, you do the same fucking thing.
Which suggests you weren't raised properly. Yes,
I was raised properly, you piece of shit. I can curse because I choose to.
This is what your parents produced.
So fuck yourself, Gary.
This is what they produced.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Gentlemen, Jesus. Everyone calm down. Take a deep breath. Charles, calm down.
Gary's a piece of garbage. I'm sorry. He disrespected my family. He's never met them. He doesn't know them. He thinks they're all feminine people. Homophobes are people who are prejudiced and dislike gay people. That's what a homophobe is. I looked up the damn definition. And he's a sexist. He thinks women should have no right to vote. Excuse me? This society wasn't just made by men, it was made by women too, dumbass. Oh, vegetables kill people. I've been eating vegetables since I was a child. Oh, wait, that's me acting like a woman. I can't be emotional. Men get emotional too. But I guess you know what? At least I know who Gary is. At least I know who I am. I may be a man child, but you know what? At least I know who the hell I am.
You're a champion, Gorman. That's who you are.
Gary, he wants to, Gary lives in his own unique world. Having a conversation with Gary's like talking to a fucking brick wall. Excuse my language, Jake.
Charles, stop cursing. This is God. You don't want to end up in hell with Gary. Stop cursing.
I've been in hell, Jake. It wasn't as bad as being with Gary.
You're not in hell. You got to calm down.
I've been in hell, Jake. And trust me.
It's a lot like
I know it's not fun, but I'd rather be in hell than with Gary.
You just sit there and have to watch 2020 and 2025 highlights of the Jets season on a loop. Sprinkle in the first half of the AFC Championship game in 2010. I'm telling you, it's not fun.
I didn't even watch the first half. I watched the second half, but I listened to what happened on the radio.
It just gets worse, not better. You don't want to be there.
You could say that again.
Gary's going to hell. Don't join him. It's nice to see you laugh, Charles.
As I know who Gary is.
God wants you to smile now. Can you smile for me?
We're going to say me a cockroach?
Yes. Say I couldn't understand you, please.
What are you going to call me, a cockroach? Turd shit? Whatever the hell you called me?
Hey, Budzilla. Back your train up a second. I don't want to do this like I did to Gary. I already ran his little cowboy ass right out of town. Little cowboy that he is. He should be a drugstore cowboy. Because he won't be like me. I'll tell you that right. Here's the difference what separates men from the boys. Muscles, brains, vegetables, Jesus Christ, and life. I got gas right now.
I've been called almost every derogatory word of the book. Almost every insult of the book. A woman, gay, derogatory word for homosexual man, derogatory word for a person with intellectual disability, white trash. Yeah, I was called that. Didn't even know that was an insult.
Look at how feminized he is. He's sitting there playing a victim. It's pathetic. They called me names. The pretty girls called me fat and ugly. Bro, shut up. Shut the hell up. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares that anyone called you a name. And first of all, a phobia, the Greek word for phobia,
I know what a phobia is, dumbass.
Diagnosed medical condition where you have
homophobe is a person who's prejudiced and dislikes gay people. Look up the definition homophobe.
I'm explaining to you the definition right now.
I know what it is, dumbass.
Clearly you don't. What's a phobia?
I do. Homophobes are people who are prejudiced and dislike gay people.
What's a phobia?
Someone who is afraid of everything.
It's a medical diagnosis. So what you're saying is that I was medically diagnosed with an irrational.
Oh my God! Look up homophobe. HOMOPHOBE.
People call you retard is because you're retarded. That's why. That's why.
So you're saying I'm retarded?
Yeah, because you don't listen. If you shut the hell up and learn something, maybe you
go fuck yourself, Gary. Go fuck yourself. Call me a retard like I haven't been called that before. Like I haven't been called faggot. Like I haven't been called this.
Oh no, heavens to Betsy.
Because you're a piece of shit, Gary. I bet you really respect your wife.
No. Oh no, Charles cursed at me. Whatever shall I do? Like, whatever shall I do? Chuck cursed at me. Look at you.
You have no right to call me anything but Charles, you piece of shit.
I'll call you whatever I want to call you. Look at you.
Really? Is that how you're going to act?
You think your ancestors are proud of you? You think your ancestors?
Yes, I think I am. I'm standing up for myself.
What for their life?
You think you're better than everybody? You think you're smarter than everybody? You think you're better than everybody? You think you're hot shit, don't you? Why don't you run for fucking president of the United States?
Because I don't want to run for president. I'd rather do something.
Because you're a scumbag. You get no vote from women. You have no respect for women. You have no respect for the female having a problem. Do you respect your daughter? Do you respect your wife?
Do you want an answer to your question, or do you want to sit there and yell like a child? Do you want an answer?
I can yell whatever the hell I want to yell. How about that shit, motherfucker?
I didn't say you couldn't. I said, do you want an answer to your question?
Because clearly you don't. You say women shouldn't vote. They should stay in the kitchen. They say you still shouldn't vote. They should stay in the kitchen. I know how you act, asshole.
Sorry state of men. This is a man, 30-something years old, prime of his life. This is a sad state of affairs for men.
I'd rather be that in your eyes, Gary. I'd rather be that in your eyes than how a piece of shit like you tells me how to be a fucking man. You don't know my family, and I hope you don't. And if they do, I hope they blow your fucking brains out with an elephant gun.
Yeah, and I can see the fruit of their tree, right? Jesus says we're judged.
You guys think my family are scumbags. You guys think my family are scumbags.
A tree is judged by its fruit. You're the fruit. You're what they produced. I see.
At least I'm not like you, Gary.
At least you're not like me. Yeah. You go, I eat vegetables. I'm sure you do. Look at you.
And what? Vegetables? I've been eating vegetables since I was a kid. And I'm still alive, dumbass.
Look at you.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at you, fuck part. At least I don't have brain damage.
At least I don't have. You sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. All right.
You're a piece of shit, Gary. You have no respect for gay people. You force your beliefs down their throats.
Right about that. That part's true. That part's true.
That's why you're a homophobe. People who dislike gay people.
That's not a diagnosed irrational fear. You don't know what
homophobes hate gay people, dumbass. Look up the definition. Get out your phone if you know what a phone is.
I just explain to you what. First of all, I don't hate anybody. That's one.
Yes, you do. You shove your shit down your throat. That's not respect. You don't respect anybody but yourself.
Look at him. Look at.
You say, look at me. Look at me. Look at you, motherfucker. You think you're hot shit. You laugh at me.
No, you think I'm hot shit. I never said that.
You said Joe Douglas should have been hired before he fired, would have been hired. That's the dumbass you said on the Jake Asman show a few years ago.
What?
You said a few years ago on the Jake Asman show that Joe Douglas should have been fired before he been hired. And he said, I don't remember saying that. If Jake pulls up the recording, I got you, motherfucker.
Okay. Well, you have me what?
Gary, you think you're smarter than everybody else. You're not.
Whoa, you think I'm smarter than everybody else. I never said.
Yes, you do.
That's you projecting.
And you call me a retard? I got honor roll in middle school and high school. I made in regular classes.
Honor roll in middle school and high school. Oh, wow, that's extraordinary. That's extraordinary.
Go fuck yourself, Gary. You think you're wrong.
I made honor roll in middle school. That's what he got.
You're laughing at me, you piece of shit.
Yeah, I am laughing at you. I made
because you're a piece of shit.
Okay, that's fine. If that's your opinion, you're entitled to it.
It's a fact, asshole. I can't believe you insulted my family. You don't even met my mother. You think my mother's a left-wing feminist. She's not.
I never said left-wing.
You said don't listen to women. They're evil. You said don't listen to women. They shit with your ideology.
Yeah, don't listen to women. That's right. If you're a grown man, don't listen to women. If you're a child, you should
probably want to listen to the opposite side, you piece of garbage.
To women? No, I don't listen to women. No.
Then you're a dumbass. Then you're a sexist.
Oh, maybe one day I'll be smart like you. Am I sexist? I define sexist. Maybe. I probably define sexist.
Someone who is prejudiced and derogatory towards women, especially the other set of the.
Sure. Okay, fine. Are you?
No. I listen to the other side.
Do you think you should open a door for a woman?
Yes.
Okay, well, you have prejudice.
It's part of being a gentleman, asshole.
Oh,
I did that.
Prejudice. That's a prejudice towards women. So you're, by that definition, also sexist. But
I would be a sexist in your eyes, Gary. Then
I have the goal to admit it. You don't. That's the difference between me and you. I don't care what you call me. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. You call me a sexist? Okay, great. Now let's have a discussion on my actual ideas. Like, you think I'm a homophobe? Fantastic, extraordinary. Let's have a discussion. It's not true because I don't have a diagnosed fear of anything. Fear is
homophobe or prejudice and dislike gay people.
Phobia is a medical diagnosis.
to you, New York, New York.
Some show. Oh, yeah.
What a time to be alive, folks. Thank you to Charles. Thank you to Gary. What a rumble. We'll see you guys both in Asmaniac Madness. Can we get that matchup in the national championship game? Unbelievable. Duke versus UNC. We just watched it. On that note, the Patriots lost the Super Bowl. It was awesome. Sam Darnold's a champion. I got to go. It's 8:15 and I'm starving. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. We got Robbie Sabo on the program. And tomorrow night at 9, I'm making my debut on Vice TV, talking about the Monday Night Miracle. Hit it.
It's prime time, so that's when you want to play your best game.
Definitely a historic rivalry between the Jets and the Dolphins.
It's like, damn, dude. You know, what the hell's going on? We were down 30-7. The fans left the stadium.
I think that's where you get to see what you're made of and what your team is made of.
Don't call it a comeback. New episode next Tuesday at 9 p.m. only on Vice TV.
Muscle.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?